Luka. I don't know, Trey Young. I don't know if you want to put him in there, but like that little group right there. I'm saying, I mean, Luka hasn't been anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The Minnesota sitting at number one in the East. I really think Minnesota of all the teams in the West posed the biggest threat to the Clippers coming out the West, just based on
Yep.
their size alone. You know what I'm saying? I think Ant, because if Ant start ripping off deep playoff runs, conference championships, and he gets a ring, I think Ant can honestly put himself number one, because you got to look at it like this, right? Luca plays in a different ecosystem. Everything flows through Luca. It's Luca, and whenever he decides to pass the ball, then it's somebody else's turn, and you see that hasn't gotten him anywhere. Ant can go and get 35, and within their ecosystem of how their offense runs, it wouldn't even seem like he's hogging the ball that long to put up 35 points.
Welcome in to Stand Bounds, the sports podcast of the people. I'm your host, Corey P, here alongside K-Law. What's up, bro?
Doing good, bro. Just watching some UFC. I talked some basketball. Finally, NFL season's over. As I told you, who would win? Swifties, stand up. You guys did your thing.
And Vic, what's up, bro?
Can't complain. Shot town, you know.
For sure.
Bro.
For sure, man. Hey, man. We at the All-Star break. So, we see in the first half of the season, this is when basketball start getting exciting. We're going to see how the playoff picture's supposed to line up. And we're going to see, the best of all the teams. But let's get started. Okay, so this year, the Celtics, my Celtics, look like they've been running things in the East. It don't look like we really have competition out there. And the Clippers, they made that midseason move, got James Harden over there, and they're looking like a team that could be moving up the ranks. So my question for y'all today is, who has more pressure to win it all this year? The Clippers or the Celtics?
That's a good question, because you can make the argument for both, but I'm gonna go with the Celtics. I'm gonna tell you why, right? With the Clips, like we said, they only go as far as Kawhi's health will take them, right? Because we've seen the Clips with a healthy PG and everyone else, it's just not enough. But with a healthy Kawhi, it's a difference maker. So if Kawhi can stay healthy, I think maybe down the line I would change my answer. But as of right now, I'm saying the Celtics have a clean bill of health, and you bring in a guy like Derek White, right? They didn't have that last year or the years past, that knockdown shooter. You bring in a floor general like Drew Holiday, who can guard those ones in the playoffs. They didn't have that at the guard position last year, or they did with Smart, but I think didn't Smart get hurt in the playoffs or something like that?
Nah, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but he plays. I
They
mean,
had it with Smart, but Drew Holiday is a little bit more offensive savvy. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he's a better point guard. And then you bring in a guy like KP. That's one thing that really would separate them from everyone else, is having a bona fide scorer that stretches the floor at the five, who can play defense too. Because Bob used to play great defense. Rob Williams, you know what I'm saying? Rest his soul. He's in purgatory over there in Portland. No offense, Vic. But uh uh with Rob, you're not worried about Rob except for lobs. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with Rob is he kind of clogged the paint for the driving lanes for Tatum and for Brown. With KP though, on offense, he can get it done in the post. He can get it done in the mid range. He can get it done at the 3-point line. You're not relying on Al Horford to go in the playoffs guarding guys like Embiid for a 7-game series. Those kind of big. So I think Boston, and they have a decent bench too. I think Boston has everything they need this year to make it out the East. And I feel as though there's more pressure on them, because they've been one thing away, one piece away. And when those games come up when Tatum might not be hitting against like a Miami, you got a guy like KP, which they don't have no answer for with something like that. Because you take Bam out the paint, there's no other really defenders flying at you that would, defend like that with Tatum and Browns on their level, outside of Jimmy. So it leaves an uncommon denominator open for shots with a guy like KP on offense. So I think the pressure's on the Celtics.
Vic, what you think?
Same. Boston been to the finals, man. So Clippers. Sorry for my voice messing up, but Clippers. I don't know, man. With Russell, he been hooping, but the pressure's on Boston.
I mean, so for me, I want to say it is on like Boston has a lot of pressure to win, but this ain't their like last go at it. I don't feel like. I feel like Brad Stevens obviously keep making moves. I feel like obviously he's gonna keep everything around Tatum and Brown. I don't feel like that's going anywhere anytime soon. I feel like with the Clippers, this is pretty much their last go. This is their last go at it. Like it's only so long that you could just sit here and just keep paying Kawhi, keep paying Paul George. You go make the acquisition for James Harden. You go make sure a team where Russ can stay. You do all of this, and yet, you know, year
I
after
mean, but
year, they're barely making playoffs. Year after year, they're always something that keeps them
it's the
away.
health.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I
health.
understand it's the health,
Yeah.
but this is their. This seems like this is their last goal. This is them pushing in all the chips, and
Yeah, yeah,
and
I mean, this
yeah,
team is. You're right. This team is deep. I mean, you're starting five. You got Zubac, you got Kawhi, Paul George, Terrence Mann, and Kawhi. You got a cohesive unit on the starting bench, on the starters, and then off the bench, you got Mason, Russ, and Norman Powell. That's a great 8-man rotation because most teams drop down to 8-man for the playoffs. But I think Boston edges them out in a sense. The acquisitions compared to the acquisitions, you know what I'm saying? Russ at this stage, I would take Drew Holiday. He's a little bit more valuable to me than Russ, right? A Derek White is a more lethal shooter than a Terrence Mann in a starting lineup, and a KP could do a lot more than Zubac, who's limited to back to the basket. And he's a better defender.
yeah,
And I
so let me
think
ask
when
you:
when
if the
those
Celtics,
playoff series, right? When you got Jalen Brown guarding Jimmy Butler and he's getting the early foul trouble, and you don't want to throw Tatum on him because you want to get in foul trouble. Drew Holiday, yeah, he's only 6'4", but Drew Holiday can guard 1 through 4s. You know what I'm saying? You can throw
yeah,
Holiday anywhere. And Derek White is opportunistic in the passing lanes. And then it's not just an easy bucket going to the lane to the in the paint anymore because you got a 7'3" guy waiting down there for you.
so if the Celtics don't win this year, what changes with their team next year?
See, that's the thing.
The coach.
What else do they do? Like, what else
Yeah,
do they do?
there's nothing else. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing else you could do. Like
That's what I'm
the
saying.
bench is the
If they
bench is
don't win this
solid.
year, the only thing that's going to change with them is the coach. They probably
Yeah,
going to
for
fire
real.
Missoula. They probably going to go. That's the only thing that changes with the Celtics if they don't win. If
Yeah,
the Clippers
yeah,
don't
I
win
think
this year,
I
I
think
don't see I don't see Paul George maybe not coming back. You know, I see them trying
Kawhi's
to.
locked up though. They gave
Uh,
Kawhi
yeah.
already
Kawhi locked
extension.
in. He signed a 3-year
Kawhi's
deal.
locked in, and
but
Kawhi
Kawhi gonna
Kawhi
be
not
there.
leaving. Kawhi not leaving that situation. Ain't nobody
But
gonna let him
Paul
live in San
George,
Diego and
James
drive to LA
Harden,
every day.
do you see these
I
guys?
get I get what you're saying. All the
I
chips are
mean, I
pushed
understand they're
in,
moving into this new stadium and they probably want the star power going, but at a certain point, I don't
but
think
for the
Steve. Go
but
ahead.
for the reason you just said, right? For the reason you just said, right? If the Clippers don't win the chip, they're not firing Tyronn Lue, right? If Boston don't win the chip, they're gonna get rid of Missoula.
But the team come back.
Same team come back. Same team.
The
Same
exact
team
same
come
team
back.
come back.
Yeah,
That's why I say the pressure's on the Clippers because if they don't win this year, that same team don't come back.
But that same squad hasn't gone anywhere though. So if anything, it'd just be like, all right, maybe it's time to blow it up. This squad has been places numerous times and can't get over that hump. And now you're telling a squad that did it with less that got there that now you have everything you need to get there now. If they don't complete it, then yeah, it's a bust.
So what's the difference though? When they
The
got there,
difference is the
and no, I'm
Clippers
saying
never
no, but
have a
wait,
healthy.
what change? What the big change that happened between? I mean, I understand the acquisitions, all that stuff. Yes, what the big change that's not there? That's in Houston right now. Ime,
Oh,
I-
Ime.
Ime was
yeah.
Ime is the big difference that was there when we went to the finals. That's not there no more. So the pressure not on the team. They need to win. I want them to win, please. But if they don't win, nothing changes but the coach.
I'm telling you, bro. If the coach feels pressure, that's gonna rub off on the players. They're gonna feel pressure. That little voice in the back of their head when they go to shoot gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm
But
telling you, I promise you, there's
I,
more pressure because look at it like this, right? Kawhi's locked in, right? Kawhi's not going anywhere, right? PG is still on top of a game was healthy. He's not going anywhere, right? This team has been this same squad over the course of years. They're not going to let go because if you let go of PG, right, and you get rid of James Harden, then what? You know what I'm saying? What happens then? You get what I'm saying? They're moving into a new stadium. They're not even supposed to get to the finals. If they were, it's a blessing that they get there because that means Paul
Right.
George and Kawhi are both healthy.
Right.
They're used to getting bounced in the second round because they usually don't make it that far because of the injuries. So anything after the second round is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So there is no pressure. Kawhi still gets his checks. The Celtics, though, like I just said, they got to the finals without a Drew Holiday, a Porzingis, and a Derek White. They've been to the finals, conference finals, numerous times.
Yeah.
They've smoked people in the playoffs numerous times with
Yeah.
less. And now you're telling me you have probably the toughest starting five lineup in the playoff series you would want to see.
At
But
some
you got
point, the Celtics got to win. They got to win at
yeah,
some
they
point.
have to win. And
At
if they
some
were
point.
ever to do it, if they were ever to do it any year, it had to be this year. You know what I'm saying? It has to be this year. Because let's just say hypothetically, right? Kawhi goes down, that's out the way, right? The Warriors may not make it out the West, right? Denver, you gonna have to see Denver possibly, right? Phoenix, you might see Phoenix, but in the East, though, who's really the biggest threat to the Celtics in the East? It's the Bucks and the Heat.
Yeah.
Even though the Heat may not have the best team on paper, they know how to beat the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? The Heat could beat anybody in a playoff series on any given day. They proved it to me last year. They could beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? But the Bucks are dysfunctional right now. They're in major turnover. Who knows if they get it all together before the playoffs start? You know what I'm saying? There's new elements in Miami. You know what I'm saying? This is their best time because this is the same unit that they've had, and they've added pieces that aren't alphas that are coming in the door. Drew
Yeah.
Holiday's not coming in the door expecting 15 shots a night. Derek White's not coming in the door expecting to shoot 10 shots a night. KP, KP's probably gonna have arguably his best year of his career playing off of Brown and Tatum.
It's not on
So
him
now
to
you
win.
give them, now you give these guys that's a level of pressure off of them. You know what I'm saying? But they still got to deliver. They still got to deliver. If Kawhi go out there and they get bounced in the second round, they could be like, all right, maybe it's time to tweak the roster, blow it up. But they're moving to a new stadium, so you don't want to go there with nothing with your new
Yeah.
stadium. So they're gonna be there.
You got to.
Boston loses in the second round. It's like, well, damn, we're paying Jaylen
When you
Brown's the
gonna win?
highest paid. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's got
And
the
then
richest
we got to be
contract in
paying. We got to
history.
be having like a down there $1 billion on
Yeah,
after
you got
Brown
you
and
got
Tatum
you
get
got you got like $1 billion
after Brown and Tatum
guaranteed
get
to
their
like two
contracts.
guys. Yeah,
It's gonna be down there. But nah, I'm with y'all. I get it. All right, let's move on. All right, so there's a former number one pick who has been balling this year. You know,
Man,
this
and
man
he
looked
said he
like
wasn't serious about basketball. They said he
yeah.
didn't love hooping.
Hey man, he could be the future.
they thought he was gonna be a knucklehead.
And that's
Yeah,
Ant-Man. But
and he can rap.
my question, correct. My question for y'all is: should we be looking at Ant-Man like he is the guy for the next generation?
Yes,
You can go
yes.
first. Yeah,
He the man, Vic? What you
Yes.
got? What you saying, Vic?
Yo, the boy been cooking this year, man. He been cooking. He a two-way player. They was up 19 against Portland. I think he was up 19-20 against Portland. He was dropped down in a defensive position, up 19 with like 6 minutes left in the fourth, still playing like it's tied up, game 7. The boy's a dog. The boy's a dog.
yeah. And I think I'm glad you bring that up because I think that's what's gonna make him great, right? Everything that they said to be true about him before the draft and all stuff like that, it's not true. When regardless of what he does off the court, that's his own time. But when he's on the court and he's playing, dude is locked in on both ends. And you don't get that sometimes for somebody his age and the way the youth basketball is being brought up today in this age without fundamentals and taking the importance of playing defense. Dude gets after it on both ends. And he's got the
Yeah.
perfect body type to do it too. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I forgot who he was playing. He had 2 points at halftime. 2 points at halftime. Came in the second half and finished with 37. And they was down, won in the game.
I
You know what I'm
feel
saying?
like
Dude has a killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like them guys you can see that the
he's a
big
way more
moments,
he's like a way more talented Jimmy Butler.
they're like the big moments, give me the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like
That's Ant. He
He's
don't
like
shy away
Jimmy
from it.
Butler. He's like Jimmy Butler and Donovan Mitchell put together.
yeah,
He's
That's a good analogy.
volume
Yeah.
shooter like Donovan Mitchell, but he got the dog like Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like
He's got the I don't know, but he's got that it. You know what I'm saying?
He got
That you want.
he got
And he does have a chance. Like if we're taking the class of like SGA, Luca, I don't know, Trey Young. I don't know if you want to put him in there, but like that little group right there, you know what I'm saying, I mean, Luca hasn't been anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The Minnesota sitting at number one in the East. I really think Minnesota of all the teams in the West posed the biggest threat to the Clippers coming out the West, just based on
yeah.
their size alone. You know what I'm saying? I think because if Ant start ripping off deep playoff runs, conference championships, and he gets a ring, I think Ant can honestly put himself number one because you got to look at it like this, right? Luca plays in a different ecosystem. Everything flows through Luca. It's Luca, 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 and whenever he decides to pass the ball, then it's somebody else's turn, and you see that hasn't gotten him anywhere. Ant can go and get 35, and within their ecosystem of how their offense runs, it wouldn't even seem like he's hogging the ball that long to put up 35 points. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But you don't mind him going after 35 because he on the other end getting after it. You know what I'm saying? You got them superstars like I ain't trying to rag on Luca who'll go out there and get 48 points and they lose because he's standing in the corner guarding the fat guy. You know what I'm saying? Like not getting after it.
Yeah, now I think when you look at Ant, he got everything you want. If
He
you
do.
want if you want the face of an NBA, right? Because we know we're getting to the point where the LeBrons, the Stephs, the KDs, all them people are leaving. If you want the face of the NBA, it's kind of like he's like Ja. If Ja wouldn't get in trouble,
Yeah, yeah,
he could
yeah,
do the talent is obviously there. Yo, he do
yeah.
the high flying stuff that makes it exciting. He and then he got a personality off the court in these interviews and everything. He's what you want as the face. Luca, all right, he's a little more like Luca is probably gonna be the closest thing we see to LeBron. You know that's what Luca's gonna be. Tatum, really close. If you want to look at a comparison to like a Kobe, but that
I don't know. I think of I don't really compare Tatum to like Kobe and Braun. I really think of like Kobe like T Mac when T Mac in his early days in Orlando and Houston. I see his game like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I see him having that kind, not that kind of career trajectory, but I think like his game is more like T Mac a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I see what
He
you're
like
saying.
he could if he could go out there and be cold and then drop 15 points in one quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like and he's silky smooth with it. You know with
see,
Tatum and
see,
Luca. I don't know. It's like you said, Anthony Edwards is like the perfect blend. He's six
Yeah,
seven, right? I told you how important forwards are in the league. You know what I'm saying? He could guard 1 through 5 if it's a small ball lineup if he wants, right? He's got quickness, athleticism, length. He's got a great shot. He can create his own shot. He can also get other guys involved, and he's a leader. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of those like honorary leaders because he's the best player on the team. He is a
no, he's
leader.
a leader.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a
They
leader.
look to him. They look to him for leadership. You
He
know?
hold them yellow belly boys accountable.
and he
Yeah.
got he got that he got that
I said yeah.
he got like the best way I can explain it is the AI effect where like
That's a good.
he resonate with like people from like the hood, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people just look at him and be like, oh yeah, that's yo, that's my cousin. He coming to the
Right.
you know
Yeah.
that's my cousin. And like he just got that. And I like to say the AI effect with him. I feel like, because before it all said and done, I feel like him, Tatum, Luca, they all gonna at least have at least one MVP, at least.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like all of them gonna eventually have that. I feel like it's gonna be a situation where you just like, all right, for a lot of people, NBA fans, when you look at Luca, you can't resonate the foreign stuff. He's cold. Don't get me wrong, he's
Cold,
cold.
cold,
Yeah, he a killer.
cold boy.
But people not gonna be able to resonate as much because foreign all that stuff. Tatum just too much in his shell. Tatum, he one of them guys that just like he tried to look out for his image. He tried to keep his image under wrap. He's I don't want to go as far as
That's
like
what I like
Russell
about Ant. That's
Wilson.
what
I don't want to go that far.
it's a little Russell Wilson esque, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you notice
They,
the guys that are constantly in the MVP, you know, outside of LeBron, he's an anomaly, right? But Luka don't care about his image. You know what I'm saying? Luka just going out there the ball. Jokic definitely don't care about his image. He probably not even think about basketball when he playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Embiid don't care about his image. Embiid, remember, Embiid used to be wild back in the day on Twitter. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? He used to be the wildest man on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about his image, and I don't think Ant give a damn about his image either. You can
yeah,
say whatever you possibly want about him or whatever. He's still gonna go out there and drop 35, 30.
Yeah. Because I really think they all like hoopers, man. Like they don't care about that like politics stuff.
yeah. Facts.
They all
Like I
hoopers.
think I think I think it like this, right? I think Tatum is a carnivore, right? He's a carnivore, but I think Ant is a predator. You know what I'm saying? He looking to kill every possession he get the ball. You know what I'm saying? He don't
And
take no
Ant like
possession.
a Spinosaurus. Ant like a
Yeah,
Spinosaurus. Tatum like a T-Rex.
Yeah, man. Like
yeah.
he go, and then what I can also
Tatum just
see.
melanin card. Tatum just needs some more melanin. Go out in the sun a
See,
little more, get a little
see,
darker.
See, but this is why this is the thing with Tatum. This Tatum is always going to be on because the thing is Tatum will always have Jalen
Yeah,
Brown being happy because Tatum let Brown take over when Brown want to take over, and
right.
and and is going to be like the Kobe type that go tell Cat to go get it off the rebound if you want the ball. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna be one of them situations where
And if you
Tatum.
look, and if you kind of look at it, right? If you look at Tatum's roster and Ant's roster on paper, you'd be like, "Damn, that's a deep ass roster for Tatum, right?" But I think if the Timberwolves saw the Celtics in the playoffs, that'd be a good finals. That'd be a great finals because
Hell yeah.
their
Hell
team is their team is set up to where Ant could go out there and get 35 a night if
It
he
won.
want
It
to.
won.
yeah.
But
And
But
but
he's
but
going
but
I'm
Tatum.
I'm tell you where the problem will come in at. We gonna make them make a choice between Nas Reed and Gobert. They gonna have to make that choice.
they already paid Nas.
That's not, no, that's no. But what I'm saying is they're gonna if we have to play them, they're going to have to make that choice of who they playing.
No, y'all gonna have to make a choice
No,
of
because
who's coming
Porzingis
in
gonna
after
bring
KP.
because Porzingis is gonna bring Gobert out. Gobert ain't gonna just gonna be able to stay down there.
But you know what
But you
they
got
do?
Towns though. You
If
got Towns who could eat the
people go
glass.
small, when people go small on them, they leave Rudy in there.
All right, they're gonna have to
Yeah,
make that against us.
because
They're gonna have to make that decision. They're
and
going to
then
make that decision because
the thing is y'all would have
okay.
to make
So
your
so let
shot.
me ask
You
you.
have to make your threes.
Let me ask you. You put Cat on Porzingis. Who gonna guard Tatum? Gobert.
No.
I
So
think
this is what
Anthony
you do, right?
Gordon.
This is what you do. You put McDaniels on Tatum, you put Ant on Brown, Conley and Drew, and then you put what's his face? Cat on I don't know.
Daniels is gonna guard one of them.
Daniels is gonna take Brown or Tatum.
Yeah.
He
I
could
think
get
you could
cooked.
really what you could probably do with the two big men, you could do a 3-2 zone. You know what I'm saying? And test it out. If
Yeah.
you're getting cooked in one position, you just test it out. Because y'all gonna have problems going to the lane every time. So y'all gonna have to shoot.
Facts,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Facts.
But Boston want to shoot anyway though.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
all he
like
wanted
But
to do.
then the thing is like, what are you gonna do if they bring in Nas? Because Nas stretched the floor too, and
I
Ant
like our
can blow
big
by
man, the
anybody.
Portuguese dude. Damn, I can't think of his name. That boy nice. I like him. He a
I
nice.
feel like I feel like Boston to get them out that zone quick because Boston want to shoot. You're not forcing them to do something they don't want to do.
Yeah, facts.
If you force them to drive, that yeah, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I ain't
That's
gonna.
a good series though. That's a good series if
That
that
it would
happens.
be a good series, but I don't know. I feel like that would be our first championship. All right, let's move on. Let All right. So at the trade deadline, there was a team. Even though me and Vic, we're not necessarily homers. We love Carolina. We love Carolina to death. We don't
Nah,
necessarily we ain't necessarily Hornets fans, but we love Carolina to death. So, at the trade deadline, they made some moves. They brought in a Seth Curry. They brought in a Trey Man. They brought in damn, I about to say Jared Sullinger, the other dude, Grant Williams. Grant Williams, who also came from Boston.
I
Uh
Yeah,
do
like
like that.
so my question is, did Charlotte moves at the deadline give them a nice future moving forward?
I guess, but it's all dependent on Melo at the end. It still depends on Melo. Like I love what he's doing for the city, man. I do, but the boy got to play, man. The boy got to play. Like I like Brandon Miller. I think he's good, but I think I think you should have kept PJ Washington, man. For real. I think you should have kept PJ.
I
But
thought the same thing. I like PJ. Like he don't need the ball. He don't need the ball a lot. He a good shooter.
no,
He played good defense. He gets rebounds. I would have tried to move Bridges, but see, Bridges kind of put them in a corner where they're not going to get anything for him because he's
right.
unrestricted at the end of the season.
And he a
And he
knucklehead.
and the thing is, he had that no trade thing because of I forgot what clause it was. So he told them that he'll veto any trade if they try to trade him at the deadline. So they're going to get nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? I think once you remove Bridges out the picture because he is a clunker, he gonna shoot a lot, especially with LaMelo not being there. He gonna shoot a lot. I think you'll see Brandon Miller thrive a little bit more. But I would have liked to have kept PJ. But I mean, they got something for not better than nothing. But I think a Mark Williams, Brandon Miller, LaMelo is a good core. You just need to replicate that 3-4 man, that forward.
Grant. Grant know his role. Grant a 3 and D guy. Grant, he coming from us. He know what he's supposed to do. You know, this Trey man, he looking like, yo.
Trey Man actually,
Yeah, he
he's
just
I.
didn't get no
I don't
burn
know
in
how he was.
OKC.
I don't know how he was getting no minutes in OKC at whatsoever. Like the first 2 minutes of the game, his first game, he came in and got 5 points off the rip.
The
Yeah.
Thunder's
Like,
so
dang.
deep, and the Thunder's so deep.
Yeah.
You got a Trey man in there now who when you look at it, right, Trey could probably play with Melo. Because Melo big enough where he can guard 2 guards. You can put Trey in there. You could put
Melo playing defense.
I mean, but you gonna try to hide Melo either
I
way.
like Melo playing
You're gonna try
defense.
to hide
Right.
Melo either way.
I ain't
But
seen that either.
but you got Mark back there to clean it up. You got everything. I feel like this team that we're looking at, it could be a nice young core. They're gonna probably have a decent draft pick this year. And they go, I'll say it honestly, look to Duke, go get Flip. I think Flip.
Oh,
All right, hey man.
Bro. You need a 3 and D guy, like a legit guy who actually gives a damn about playing defense. You know what I'm saying? To blend with the kick out option. That's what you need. You don't need another shot jacker in there right now. See what this Brandon Miller Mello combo look like before you bring in a third option. Because when they roll out that lineup with like Gordon Hayward, Bridges, Brandon Miller, Mello, it's like it's not enough basketballs in that arena that could compensate for how many shots everybody want. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that, and then I feel like you could probably work out a sign and trade with Bridges. You say they're not gonna get nothing for him, but Bridges gonna get way more money through a sign and trade than he would through just going somewhere. So you might be able to work out a sign and trade with Bridges. You know, get a little
I
piece
don't
in
know.
there.
I think Bridges kind of played himself in a sense, like because there was like contenders that wanted him. And if he could have proved his worth on like a champion, because obviously when you go to these, no offense, but when you go to these like rebuilding squads, it's kind of like a tryout. It's like an open gym. Every game is like an open gym. Everybody's shooting. What I'm saying? There's really no cohesion, so it's easy to go out there because he's obviously gifted. He's talented to put up points like that. But when you're on a contender and you can do it on a contender and find your shot, make an impact on a team like that, teams might be like, yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's and he's younger. But you go in and staying in Charlotte and shot jacket and shot jacket and shot jacket. I don't think anyone's going to give him the bag that he's looking for in a starting gig like that.
I feel
he's
you.
But at the same time, I'm not praying against him not getting paid or anything. I want everyone to get as much money as they possibly can.
Honestly, he should stay. I think him, Melo, and Miller would be a good
But the thing
core.
is, but when him, Melo, and Miller were out there when Rozier was there, Jesus, that was hell. Dude was a spot up shooter. He got a nice shot, but he's that 3 and D guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just shooting. He's sitting in the corner, possession after possession after possession. After Bridges done drove and turned it over 2 times, Rozier done shot it 5 times. Melo done got his shots up. They even got
But
Mark a little pass.
they didn't
Then
build a
Brandon.
team.
Then they'll give Brandon the ball.
See, they didn't build a team. I feel like now they kind of got a vision where they're going as a team.
yeah.
Like for a while they just had just a bunch of assortment of talent. They just had like.
And I think the Terry one, getting Terry up out of there, that was good.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I don't know how they pulled off getting out that contract with Gordon Hayward. Good on them.
Yeah. Hey, shout out
But
to
I think they wanted. I think if it was up to them, they would have cleaned house on everybody because they cut a bunch of people. If Bridges would have accepted a trade, he was leaving that day too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like with them, Like we were talking a little before. I don't understand why teams don't throw the bag at Sam Presti. I don't care. Yo, you know how in the NFL you got coaching trees? There gotta be some GM tree that somebody don't learn to understand Presti. That somebody don't learn something. Why don't teams
And
go? Because that he can scout talent.
he can.
So I don't know. Sam Presti need his own GM tree, I guess. You know.
And I'll say this. Remember the Magic, man. Yeah, my voice is messed up.
Oh, we had
Remember
it.
they had the chance to get Chet. They got Paolo.
Yeah.
So
But
I mean,
Paulo, I think Paulo. Chet. All right, we can go into this real quick. Do you think Chet is gonna be better than Paulo over time?
no,
Because
no.
Paulo looked like he that boy.
P5 that boy.
Yeah,
P5.
to me, yo,
But the thing is, though, you would Paulo thrive the way he thrives right now in OKC with somebody like SGA? And I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but SGA is kind of a ball hog. You know what I'm saying?
I think he
Palo gets
would.
to be Palo in Orlando because he's the guy in Orlando. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
He is
right.
he is the beginning and the end of whatever they want to do on offense. You know what I'm saying?
Chet is a third, possibly fourth option where he's at. I
And I
think
don't think Paulo would be good
Paulo
as a
walk in
third.
straight number two. Paulo walk in straight number two. I don't feel like oh Jalen is taking from Paulo. I don't think Giddy would take from Paulo.
But I think it would be one of those unconducive number twos, like Chicago, how it was DeRozan and Levine all them years, but it wasn't
Yeah,
amounting to much. I think it'd be one of those inconducive ones because you'd have SGA shooting 20 something times in Palo, and then the rest the box score, you know, you got this guy shooting 3 times or 4 times, or they get in this mindset where they don't nobody wants to shoot no more and they just give it to them and it gets predictable. I think
Yeah,
it worked out perfectly for OKC getting Chet and then rolling around and getting Jalen Williams too. I think that was a better compensatory a consolation prize than getting Palo. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Don't get
nah.
me wrong. If anyone can make it work with them too, OKC could do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think they address two needs rather than addressing just one. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel like I'm just saying the Magic made the right decision because I feel like even if it rolled to reverse and let's say Chet was in Orlando, I don't see him being much better than what he's doing now.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and
the
the thing
Magic.
is, Orlando. Yeah, at the time,
Because they had
Orlando
the
had like
first
four
pick. Orlando
bigs.
made the pick. But they would have chose Chet. I don't see Chet being much better than he is right now in Orlando than he is in OKC right now.
Facts.
I mean, his scoring numbers would be a lot higher just based on default. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be
Yeah,
him and
yeah,
Franz. It'd be him and Franz. But at the time, Orlando, yeah, I think Wendell Carter was still their guy at the time. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing for pennies. And then they had 2, 3 other bigs. You know, you got Jonathan Isaac, who's like six
yeah.
twelve. You know, on the bench. They have a lot of players in that height range. You know, from 6'10" up. So I think Paler was the guy that they needed to solidify that wing position, and it worked out for everybody. Orlando is a playoff team right now; they look like it. OKC is one of the best teams in the West, and I think like Sam Presti, like you just said, why don't they spin the bag? Most GMs would have never probably been able to pull off what he pulled off, and seeing the talent in Jalen Williams that he saw, because now you address two positions. Now you got your
Caleb Will.
center for the forward, you got your center for the forward, you got your guy in SGA, and then you got your forward for the forward in Jalen Williams. Regardless what happened with Lou Dort and Giddy, whether they get extensions or not, those three right there are your core.
Yeah,
So it makes building the rest of the squad easy because you don't need production at the four and you don't need high level production wherever Giddy plays. You just need good guys that'll come in and contribute, you know, in spurts, but get after on defense because you know your shots are coming from SJ, Jalen Williams, and Chet, and whoever you're bringing off the bench every single night.
yeah.
Like really, he sets the coach up in OKC for success every time. I don't know how Billy Donovan didn't get busy down there.
Facts. All right, so let's move on. I got another question for you. LeBron getting up in age, right? It's starting to, wind down this year and maybe two. I don't know. He's still averaging around 25 points this year. He's still doing his thing. He still look like Bron. He ain't doing it full time like he always do, but now he just, he's the older player. So news came out this week that the Lakers were looking into possibly drafting Bronny. Do you feel like that is the right decision to draft Bronny just to keep LeBron happy in there?
I think so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but what's the worst that happen? What's the worst that happens? You draft Braun's son, You know what I'm saying? And he's around Braun and being around his pops, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he brings the best out of him. He maybe I'm not saying he'll ever scratch the surface of his dad, but you might get a diamond in the rough pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might find something there. You know what I'm saying? Because if anyone could bring the best out of him, it'd be his pops. You know what I'm saying? With strong coaching and being around greatness, all them championships. What's the worst thing that can happen? All right, you draft Braun, plays with the Suns for a year, and then he don't finish out his rookie contract, and he's just another guy in the NBA. Oh,
So
fucking well. Who cares?
yeah.
Who cares? You know what I'm saying? If
Okay,
that's what
okay.
it
So
takes
so
to keep,
more of the
if that's what it
question.
takes to keep the greatest player on the planet ever to stay on your squad, I do it. What y'all got to lose?
So all right, so more of a question then, because I agree with it. More of a question: if you Bron and the Lakers give you a guarantee they're gonna draft him, if he's there, they're gonna draft him. Would you tell him to come out, or would you think it'll benefit him more to stay one more year? Because
Come out, Bronny get no better. Bronny's
huh?
not.
Come out. Yeah, come out. And the thing is, you're not like for the team like the Lakers, you're not drafting Bronny to come in and be your starting two guard or save your franchise. No, Bronny coming off the bench and getting whatever minutes LeBron can get them to give him. You know what I'm saying? Bronny get Max Christie's role right now is what Bronny would be playing.
Facts.
Because
That's a good point.
LeBron ain't stupid either. LeBron ain't stupid either. Your pool only goes so far when it comes to rotations, right? If Giannis wanted to get his brother to play 30 minutes a night, it would have already happened. You know what I'm saying? So
So
Bronny
so
gonna play. He'll play. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sell a lot of. It's gonna put a lot of asses in seats, a lot of jerseys, and it'll keep Bron there because I think if they don't make the plan or they get bounced in the playoff again, I mean, Bron's still balling. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So and there
I ain't
ain't
gonna
a
lie to
team
you.
enough. There's not a team in the NBA that said that they don't got a spot for LeBron James.
I ain't gonna lie
You know
to
what
you,
I'm saying?
right? If I'm LeBron and the way this season going, I'll probably tell him to go back one more year. I understand. I understand. It's a
But
whole.
that's not the reason why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get why
LeBron might not
Brian.
have. It's LeBron's timeline that he's deciding when his son's going to come out. You know what I'm saying?
I get
So
it,
if the
right?
stars align
But you're
and
a
and
billionaire.
Bronny
Your
come
son
out,
don't need the money. It's not like he need the money. You want your son to have a productive career like you had, right?
Yeah.
You want him to have a productive career. You want him. Okay, you don't want when I retire, he retiring too, because he's not good enough to be in the league. You don't want that. yo, yo, like that. That's not what you want. You want him to be able to, be able to play at least 5 years, anywhere from 5 to 8, and then if he get past that, it's cool. You want him to be able to have that career. You don't want him like I said, because if at this point, if he come in the league, he's going to probably be in the G League for a lot of his time because he need to develop at least one more year. I ain't gonna say a
Two.
lot of time. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like right now what he dealing with is a
and I
confidence
see
thing.
what you're saying because you could when it comes to somebody like him, you know what I'm saying. You could take the money aspect out of the
Yeah,
equation
it's
of why
not.
you're going. You know what I'm saying. But the thing is, does LeBron have 2 more years? You know what I'm saying? Because he can opt out of his contract this year, right? And there's no guarantee the Lakers can draft Bronny. There may be a team. There may be a team in the first round. You know, I'm like, oh, so wherever Bronny goes, Bron's gonna come, and they may just take Bronny. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but so that's to my point. If he look at it like that, all right, cool. I want to get my son in the league just so I can play with him. That's cool. But LeBron gonna have to play another 5 years to get his son a second contract.
Yeah. For
Like
real.
like like or he can look at it like, hey, I might not get to play with him but 1 year, but he at least gonna be able to stand on his own when he get to the league. And
But I'm saying he gonna be around him for 82 game season. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be around him, guys like 80. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be learning, even if he's not playing. He's gonna be learning and practice. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be playing with grown ass men that have been playing ball for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Not
feel you.
not not kids coming straight out of AAU doing windmill dunks at practice and doing TikToks. I mean, this is grown men. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna put that weight on him. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, he gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? And he's only gonna get better. And even if LeBron doesn't play with the Lakers, he can always sign some consultation role or advisory role to the coach, some shit that they make up every year for somebody, and he could still be around there in another role. You know what I'm saying? Because
Where
eventually he got to spread his wings and soar on his own. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's what I'm saying. For Bronny, I feel like passing wise, okay. I feel like he just not looking. He don't look for his shot at all. Every
at
game,
all.
he don't look for his shot. He's like too unselfish. You know, I feel like another year in college to get that dog, to get the dog in him,
Get that
to
I
get
see what you're saying, to build
you
that
know,
confidence, because
because
if he come in the
I
league
feel
right
like he
now,
could possibly be because he played good defense. You know, he can pass. You know, whenever he do shoot, I mean, it's not there all the time, but it's not like he take bad shots.
I mean, the
But
more I think about it, I see what you're saying, because he come in the league right now, he gonna be riding the pine just because he gonna sell a lot of jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So put him in the G League is probably bad for business. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, because I don't see a team putting him in the G League. You know what I'm saying? If he's
and then as
selling
soon as
jerseys
Bron say I'm putting down the shoes, that he gonna have to put down his shoes too.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I haven't watched a lot of Bronny James, so I'm not gonna act like an expert on his game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's gonna be that bad. He may carve out a niche role for him, like a Mike Conley. You know what I'm saying?
So
Shoots good
when
shooter
I
and just a great passer, a great passer.
right now where I
You know what I'm
look at
saying?
him, when I look at him, I look at him like
I don't know. Mike Conley is kind of a fetch,
his
but
ceiling to me
just a
when I
good
look
passer. You know, like TJ McConnell, he could be that. You know what I'm saying?
no, when I look at
Uh,
his ceiling right now is Marcus Smart. That's his ceiling. And that's not a bad player.
No,
That's not a
that's two,
bad
three contracts in Marcus
yeah,
Smart. You
that's
know what
not a
I'm saying?
bad player.
Yeah,
not
that's all you want. You
But
don't want him
Marcus
to
had
be
to
an
go to
embarrassment.
school for 4 years. Marcus had to go to school for 4 years.
That's
yeah.
back when it was cool to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Nah.
back when
Marcus came out in like 2012, 2013. It was
yeah,
around.
that was like Evan Turner around that time. Evan Turner was in school for a couple of years.
I feel you. But that's my point exactly. Marcus had to go to school for 4 years to figure it out. To get a little dog in him. All right, cool. Now let's come out. We in the league for some time. Hey man, we doing our thing. I don't know, man. All right, Brian. If I'm Brian, I'm telling him, hey man, go back to school for 1 more year. Go back to school 1 more year. Hey, let's get in this gym on the off season.
So
And
do
who
you think?
knows?
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this, right? Do you think, right? Say he does what he used to say, right? Do you think Bronny, if he comes out next year, do you think he would be more of a productive player being around Bron, or do you think be more of like a roadside attraction having him there?
Roadside.
No, I feel
Yeah,
look.
because the more I think about it, I think it's just like it's gonna be a money grab. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
bro.
Every game gonna be on ESPN, TNT. Every game gonna be televised. Bronny and Braun.
Yeah, bro. Look.
Imagine first game, Bronny get a breakaway and do a little, or LeBron do the D Wade layup to Bronny. You know what I'm saying, for a dunk. Oh my, you never see the end of that.
Look, man, and think about think about the NBA. They allow you to test the waters. Go test the waters. Take your butt to Chicago. Go to that combine. Go play them 5-on-5s and see where you stack up.
And if you
But
get cooked in the 5-on-5s, then what?
you have to
It's
take your ass back to school.
Because before it used to not be like that. I think once you declared for the draft, that was it. You
Yeah.
was done
Now
with
you
it.
can test the
Now
waters.
you can go back. Now you can go test the waters and go back.
Yeah, take your ass back to school.
he's
But
going to get he's going to get cooked.
yeah, he just not ready right
Because
now, and that's
you
not a
gotta
bad
think too.
thing.
He got a target on his back. He gonna get everybody's 110% in Chicago of all places too.
Facts.
Talking to be Bronny James. You gonna have some kid from South Memphis, ain't never had shit up in Chicago, who gonna railroad him. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go after him. Ain't no
Yeah.
easy buckets for him, not nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Go test the waters. See,
And when you've been
he gonna
told you've
get,
been
and the
great
thing
since
is,
day
he gonna get
one,
more respect. He gonna get more respect than D Wade, son, because obviously it's LeBron James. He gonna get a little more respect. They ain't just gonna throw him straight in the G League, but that might be what he need. Either he needs
where's
to go
Zaire? Where does Zaire play at? In Memphis, don't he?
Utah G League or something.
He's in the league, Zaire.
G League, Utah G League. So he gonna get more respect than that. But at the same time, is that what's best for him? I'm telling you, Ron gonna have that press conference, and he gonna have that press conference right beside him at this point. All right, man.
He just
Moving
gotta,
on.
if he's not gonna be around LeBron for long, he got to get to a good program like where they develop, a good developmental program like
The
OKC,
Spurs. The
the
Spurs.
Spurs, OKC, where they actually develop folks.
Hey, man. Look, man. Hey man, wish the best for that, brother. If I'm him, I'm going back to school for one more year. I'm going back to school for one more year. I don't understood this college game. Hey man, come back, average 14 points. Hey man, he could be in the 20s. He could be a 20 something pick next year.
14 points is
That's what I'm
you talking
saying.
about in the league? In the league?
No. Go back to college.
Oh, I
Average
was like,
14 points
Bronny getting
because
14
yo,
points is
there ain't
not
a lot
right.
of people
That's
averaging 20 in
right.
college. Go back to college, average 14 points next year, and he could be in the number 20 something pick. Hey, that's what I do. Man. All right, so moving on. So the Warriors dynasty is looking like it's on the back end. A few years ago they won a championship. It looked like that's not looking like the Warriors that we saw, but this time they're healthy. So my question for y'all is it time for the Warriors organization to start looking at it like a business and move on from the big three?
You can go first, Vic.
I don't know. I don't know. They don't want 4 chips with them guys. You got to keep them together. You
I
don't want
mean,
4 chips. Yeah, you got
I
to
feel
ride that out.
I feel you. I feel you. But at the same time, you riding it out for what? You not looking? Are you? So is loyalty for them 4 chips more important than your future as an organization?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
but
Yeah, the
but
more I
let,
think about it, yeah.
let me ask you: if you're a GM, when you going through them rough years, is the owner gonna look at it like, "Oh, we going through rough years," or he gonna look at it like, "Oh, we were loyal to Steph and Clay and Draymond"?
They was loyal to
It be
Stephen.
it just I mean the Draymond thing. Draymond is kind of doing he's making it easy for him to
Yeah.
to to, to let him leave. He making it easy, but Clay like it's like you got to take him out to the pasture. You can't do him like a dog at the pound and take him out back, and put him down. You got to let him go gracefully and then be like, hey, look, man,
Yeah.
hey, it's a business. We thank you for everything you did, but I think it'd be best interest for you to just retire, and we'll bring you on as a coach or something like that. But you can't trade him. You know, you can't trade him. Steph Curry is off limits till he hangs up. Curry gonna be a word till he don't want to be one no more,
Right.
or he's going. It'd be at home. Dre's making it easy for him. Dre's making it super easy, and especially with the emergence of Kaminga and stuff. He's making it easy.
So
Mm,
I'm
I
looking at it. I'm looking at it, right? I wouldn't send Clay to just straight purgatory. Nobody wants to send Clay to purgatory, but I mean, there's teams out there that you could possibly go get something for. You feel me? Look, Clay Thompson, right? Let me see. Let me see a player out here. You just trying to get a little younger. You can send him. Let me see.
See?
I mean, but my thing is, if a certain team that's like, on the edge, you wouldn't trade Clay there and try to bring something back for him.
He playing like doo doo.
I feel you. I feel you. But
But what is Clay's trade value, right? Because you got to think about what you're getting in return, right? Clay is a warrior through and through. You know what I'm saying? He gonna die for that. So if he goes somewhere else and he loses that aura of, oh, I played for the Warriors, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like that kind of matters to him when he puts up them 4 rings. I feel like he like that guy that was the guy in high school, and here we
Yeah.
are in our 30s talking about, back in my day, we were state champs 3 times, still wear his varsity jacket and everything. I
Yeah.
feel like Clay, you're not getting the full project there. You know what I'm saying? You send him anywhere else, especially if you send him like one of the middling teams, like a Chicago or something like that, or Orlando. He gonna retire. He gonna do a Gronk. He gonna pull a Gronk. Oh, y'all finna trade me? I'm just gonna retire. I don't make my money. I'm gonna just retire.
I
so
don't
let's
think
say
he
let's
built.
say let's say let's say like Clay go to Philly. Would you get
I'm
Buddy
retiring.
Hill? Would you take a Buddy Hill for Clay?
No,
I'm retiring.
I'm not going to Philly.
Go play with
I'm not doing
Embiid.
it.
You get to go play with Embiid. You get to go play with Maxi.
Max
I'm
gonna be talk.
retiring.
Max talk crazy to him.
And
Max
B too.
talk crazy to him.
It's a different land over there in the East. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. Clay
Max
used to Clay used to sunshine and unicycles and whatever they do in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Like
like
people hang gliding or whatever. He gonna look out the window of his jet flying into Philly like, oh shit.
So all right, what about
Arkham
what about the
Knights.
Lakers? What about if the Lakers said? What about the Lakers offered
That would
you?
probably be the only team he could go to. You have to send him
Let's say
to
the
a team
Lakers
that's
offered you Austin Reeves and Rui.
no, not happening. If they wasn't gonna give up Austin Reeves for somebody who could actually help him like DeJounte Murray, they're not gonna do that for a 30-something-year-old Klay Thompson.
Okay. So with Curry, right? You wouldn't trade Curry, try to go rebuild, get some young pieces.
You can't trade Curry. It's unethical to trade him. You know what I'm saying? He's like them guys that you can't trade. Like
Yeah,
a Kobe, you would never trade a Kobe. A Jordan, a Bron, and a Steph. You can't,
Dwayne
right?
Wade.
Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why guys like KD get traded is because they force your hand. You know what I'm saying?
So right now, let's say Denver don't win this year. I asked K Wall this before I'm gonna ask you, Vic. Denver don't win. You wouldn't spin the tables around Curry for Murray?
Oh,
Go try to get you one more championship?
nah.
From which way? Denver's or Golden State?
If I'm Golden State, Curry got to retire a Warrior, and
Yeah, you gotta retire.
Murray made me a believer last year.
But who's accepting that though? Why would the Warriors ever accept that? You know what I'm saying?
No, you get
Murray
Yeah,
ain't got
why
the
would
best.
you get
Murray ain't
a
got the
younger
best.
player. You get a younger
Murray ain't
player
got
to
the
go
best bill
Kuminga.
of health. Murray ain't got the best bill of health. What you would have to do if you're gonna trade Curry is get one guy that's like, he could possibly be that good, and then you gotta look through the weeds and find them diamond in the roughs because nobody's gonna give you anything really worth anything. You know what I'm saying? Because when you call and say, hey, if you call the Warriors, ask them what the price tag on the Warriors is, there's no point of asking because it's gonna be something astronomical. Like if you wanted to trade for Bron right now, it's gonna be something astronomical because it's not just the production of the player you're getting, it's all the money that comes with it too. So you're looking from a business perspective too. If Curry leaves the Warriors, you know what I'm saying? That's so much money out the door. So
What
many
about
fan bases
package?
that are attached to
What
him.
about package with Miami?
For what?
No,
What they got in
no.
Miami for Curry? Nothing.
Hero, Jaime. Because at this point, you're trying to get young. You're trying to get young talent in,
Bro,
and you're
it
trying
was
to
2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. The Raptors said Tyler Hero wasn't worth Kyle Lowry straight up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way Hero for no Curry.
I said Hero, Jaime. You just take all the young pieces and get some picks.
Nah.
Well, hey man, I see where y'all stand on this. Hey,
Nah.
let's do something real quick. Let's do a mock draft of our season. We're gonna do a snake draft real quick. So, I order. Let's see where you want to pick at, Vic. First and last, middle, or what you want to go?
What do we like? Fantasy?
We just gonna do we're gonna do a little draft, full lineup. So it ain't no. You gotta have a point guard. You gotta have a shooting guard. You gotta have.
I'll go middle. I'll go second pick.
Okay, where you want, Vic?
I go
Sandwich
first.
between y'all.
And you gotta have a whole. You gotta have a lineup now.
All
I'll
right.
go
So what?
first.
Just a 5-man? A starting five?
And assist man of the year
All right.
based off this year.
All right.
All right, go ahead, Vic. What you got?
Shay.
Shay.
Luka.
Point guard, Luka, or small forward? He
Point guard. Point
Ah,
guard.
ah.
I'm gonna go. Should I go? Nah, we talked up Ant too much. I gotta go Ant right now.
Man, you gotta go
That's
in.
a good one.
At my two guard. All right. So and then I got the back to back. So I'm gonna go Tatum right here. Put Tatum and Ant together.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna go Jokic.
Ooh. What you got, Vic?
Giannis,
Mm.
And
and then it's me.
you got the back to back, Vic.
Shay, Giannis.
Luka, Jokic.
Mm. P5, P5, P5.
P5. Where you want him? You want him shoot small forward?
I'll put him at the 4. Put him at the 4.
So where Giannis at?
No, P5 at the 3. Giannis at the 4. You know what? Nah, Giannis 5. Giannis 5. P5 4.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go hometown, baby. Go Booker at the 2.
Okay, Booker. All right, all right. So let me see what we got. Is it time to put Curry up here? Should I put Curry? What should I put? All right, you know what? For my back to backs. I'm gonna go KD at the 4, and then I'm gonna go Curry at my 1.
So who you got so far right now? Curry, KD.
So for me, for Vic's team so far, he got Shea, P5, and Giannis. For you, you got Luka, Booker, Joker. For me, I got Curry, and Tatum, KD.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Damn. I need a forward. I need a dog though. I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown.
At your 3 or 4?
My 3.
Okay. Jaylen Brown. All right, Vic. You need a shooting guard, small forward, and 6, man.
Kawhi Paul George.
Ooh. Go ahead, K-Wall. You need a power forward, and you need a power forward and a 6, man.
He took Kawhi too, didn't he?
Yeah, he cut the Kawhi and
I was
Paul
gonna
George.
say Kawhi. I gotta find a 4. Can Sabonis be a 4?
Yeah, 4.
No, not Sabonis. Not Sabonis. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler could play a 4 for me.
You got Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, right now I would go Embiid, but he injured, so I'm gonna take the rookie. I'm gonna take Wemby at my 5. Should I take Anthony Davis? I'm gonna take Anthony Davis at the 5.
All right.
I'm gonna take Anthony Davis at the 5, and Wemby gonna be my 6, man.
All right.
Go ahead, K-Wall. Who you got for your 6, man?
Off the bench? We need a flamethrower off the bench. I'm gonna take De'Aaron Fox off the bench.
Damn, I wanted him, man.
I need somebody to come off the bench and get it cracking.
Okay. What you got, Vic? 6, man.
I'm already a small team, so because when Gian, he took De'Aaron Fox, Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
He just gonna be jacking. I need the jack.
All right. Damn, you didn't take Tyrese?
Because Tyrese, he's coming off the bench. Come off the bench.
All right. Well, so
there's a lot because there's Donovan Mitchell still, Tyrese.
Yeah. I like.
All right. So for Big Ten, we got Shea, we got PG, we got Kawhi, we got Paulo, we got Giannis, and we got Jalen Green. For K-Wall team, we got Luka, we got Booker, we got Jaylen Brown, we got Jimmy, we got Joker, we got De'Aaron Fox. And for my team, we got Curry, we got Ant, we got Tatum, we got KD, we got AD, and we got Wemby.
Yeah, that's tough. I think you got it, Curry.
I got it.
I like this lineup myself. Well, this has been another great episode of the Stand Bounce podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, But signing off for K-Wall and Vic. Good night.